Hello everybody. Today we will solve one more problem on the sway. Okay. So the frame is something like this. Here we have a asymmetric framing. Okay. So both end A and D are fixed. This is joint B and this is joint C. Let us say we have a lateral load of magnitude 100 kilonewton at point B. The height of the column AB, let us say it is 10 meter, and the BC is also 10 meter, whereas the CD, let us say it is 4 meter. The I value for span AB, let us say it is 4I. Similarly, for span BC, it is 4I, and for the CD, let us say it is I. Okay. So this frame we need to analyze as per the slope deflection method. Okay, let me correct this. Let us say it is 5 meter. Okay. So this frame we need to analyze as per the slope deflection method, and we need to draw the shear force and bending moment diagrams. Okay. So before starting with the what exactly the slope deflection method and how to impose the slope deflection method, what we need to decide here is whether we have to consider the sway into the analysis or we have to ignore the sway. That is the first point what we need to decide. So let us see some of the things, like, so you can see here this 100 kilonewton which is acting laterally at the joint B, which is trying to displace the entire frame in the horizontal direction, that is, it is trying to sway the frame. It means because of this load the entire frame may undergo sway. So because of this reason we need to incorporate the sway. That is first thing. The second reason is, you can see the frame. The frame is not symmetric, that is, the height of the column AB is 10 meter, whereas the height of the column CD is, it is just 5 meter. So this is also one of the reason by which we can say that the entire frame undergo the lateral displacement, that is, it will undergo the sway. That is the second reason. The third reason what I can say is, you can see the I value. I value for all the members, it is not uniform. The I value is changing, that is, we can say it is ununiform sections. So these are the three reasons in the frame by which we can say that the entire frame may undergo the sway. So even one reason is good enough to consider the sway into the analysis. So here we have three reasons. So we have to consider sway into the analysis. Okay. So let us consider the sway and analyze the problem. So as usual the procedure will remain same, there is no change in the procedure, only the additional sway condition we need to write in the step number 3. Step number 1 remains same, that is determining the fixed end moments. Fixed end moments. So this fixed end moments, they develop in the member due to the external loads. Now you can see here on the member AB we don't have any load, we have one load at the joint, so ignore it. On member we don't have any load, so the fixed end moments for member AB, that is MFAB and MFBA, both will be 0. Similarly on member BC we don't have any load, and also on the member CD. So on all the members we don't have any loads, so the fixed end moments for all the members will remain 0. So straight away we can write MFAB is equals to MFBA is equals to 0. Similarly for span BC, that is MF BC equals to MF CB is equals to 0, and for span CD, that is EMF CD equals to EMF DC is equals to 0. Right, you can see all the fixed end moments for member AB, BC and CD are 0. It does not mean that they don't get any, they don't develop any end moments. They will develop the end moments, but we need to work out them. See here, the step number 2, step 2, it will remain same, that is slope and deflection equations. Okay. So the fixed end moments for all the three members are 0. So we need to write the slope deflection equations for all the three members, starting with MAB. MAB is equals to, it is MFAB plus 2 EI by L into 2 theta A plus theta B minus 3 delta by L. Right. The fixed end moment for member AB is 0 plus 2E into I value for member AB is 4I divided by L for AB is, it is 10 meter into theta A will remains 0 as the support A is fixed, plus theta B we need to determine minus 3 delta we need to consider into the calculation as the entire frame is undergoing the sway, divided by L is 10, right. So this equation yields to MAB is equals to 0.8 EI theta B, 0.8 EI theta B minus 0.24 EI delta, 24 EI delta. So let me call this as equation number 1. Similarly, I need to write the slope deflection equation for MBA. MBA is equals to MFBA plus 2 EI by L into 2 theta B plus theta A minus 3 delta by L. So here MFBA is 0 plus 2E into I value is 4I divided by L is 10 into 2 theta B plus theta A is 0 minus 3 delta by L is 10, right. So here MBA it will be 1.6 EI theta B minus 0.24 EI delta. So let us call this as equation number 2. So these are the two slope deflection equations for the member AB. Member AB. Now similarly we need to write two more slope deflection equation for the member BC, that is MBC. MBC is equals to MFBC plus 2 EI by L into 2 theta B plus theta C minus 3 delta by L. So here you can see the member BC is not undergoing any kind of displacement. So the delta value for member BC will remains 0. As I told you earlier also, sway is affecting only the vertical members, that is columns. So you can see the delta is imposed in the vertical members. So the columns, they are unaffected by these lateral displacement. So the delta value for member BC it will remains 0. So here MBC is equals to MFBC is 0 plus 2 E into I value is 4I divided by L is 10 meter into 2 theta B plus theta C minus 0. So here we will yield with MBC is equals to 0.8 sorry 1.6 EI theta B plus 0.8 EI theta C. Let us call this as equation number 3. Now MCB is equals to MFCB plus 2 EI by L into 2 theta C plus theta B minus 3 delta by L. So MFCB is 0 plus 2E into I value is 4I divided by L is 10 meter into 2 theta C plus theta B minus 0. The delta value for span AB will remains 0. So MCB is equals to, it is 0.8 EI theta B plus 1.6 EI theta C. So let us call this as equation number 4. So similarly we need to write two more slope deflection equations for member CD. So MCD is equals to MFCD plus 2 EI by L into 2 theta C plus theta D minus 3 delta by L. So here MFCD is again 0 into 2E, I value is I, no change, whereas the length it is 5 meter into 2 theta C plus theta D is 0 as the support D is fixed into minus 3 delta by L is 5. So MCD yields to 0.8 EI theta C, 0.8 EI theta C minus 0.24 EI delta. So let us call this as equation number 5. Similarly, we need to write the last equation, that is MDC. It is equals to MFDC plus 2 EI by L into 2 theta D plus theta C minus 3 delta by L. So MFDC is 0 plus 2 EI, L is 5 meter into theta D is 0 plus theta C minus 3 delta by L is 5 meter. So it is 0.4 EI theta C, MDC is equals to 0.4 EI theta C minus 0.24 EI delta. Let us call this as equation number 6. So these are the 6 slope deflection equations. So this completes step number 2. The next thing is we need to write the equilibrium conditions. So based on the frame type we need to write the equilibrium conditions. Okay. So here this frame is undergoing the lateral displacement, that is it is undergoing the sway. So we need to write 3 slope deflection equilibrium conditions. Step number 3. Conditions of equilibrium. So we need to write 3 equilibrium conditions, because if I observe the equations 1 to 6, I can see that there are 3 unknowns. One is EI theta B, EI delta and EI theta C. So these are the 3 unknowns we have in the equations. To determine those 3 unknowns we need to write 3 equilibrium conditions. So as one of the unknown is theta B, it means we need to write the one equilibrium condition with respect to the joint B. If I see the joint B, I can see that at B joint we have 2 members. One is BA and another one is BC. So the joint equilibrium condition will be algebraic sum of moments at B joint, that is at joint B, the algebraic sum of moments must be equals to 0. That is MBA plus MBC. If I take the sum of these two moments, the total sum should be 0. The value of MBA, I will get it from equation number 2, and the value of MBC, we will get it from the equation number 3. That is, you can see the MBA is 1.6 EI theta B minus 0.24 EI delta. It is the value for MBA plus the MBC. We will get it from the equation number 3. That is 1.6 EI theta B plus 0.8 EI theta C. This sum should be equals to 0. Right. Okay. Now you can see we have two terms of EI theta B. So it is 3.2 EI theta B plus 0.8 EI theta C minus 0.24 EI delta. This is equals to 0. So let us call this as equation number 7. So this is one joint equilibrium condition. Similarly, we need to write one more joint equilibrium condition at a joint B, as theta C is one of the unknown. So if you see the joint C, then you can make out that there are two members at a joint C. One is CB and another one is CD. So we have to take the algebraic sum of moment at joint C. That is, at a joint C, algebraic sum of moments must be equals to 0. That is, MCB plus MCD equals to 0. The value of MCB and MCD, we will get it from equation number 4 and equation number 5. The equation number 4 says it is 0.8 EI theta B, 0.8 EI theta B plus 1.6 EI theta C. So this is the value of MCB plus MCD from equation number 5. It is 0.8 EI theta C minus 0.24 EI delta. This sum should be 0. So here we have one term of theta B, that is 0.8 EI theta B, plus we have two terms of EI theta C, that is 2.4 EI theta C minus 0.24 EI delta. So this sum should be equals to 0. So let us call this as equation number 8. So up to this point you are very well known. So the next thing is we need to write one more joint equilibrium condition, that is usually we call it as shear condition. Right. So here shear condition, it is nothing but it is taking algebraic sum of all the horizontal forces. So here you can see on the frame we have 100 kilonewton horizontal load. Because of this, the entire frame tries to sway or to try to displace in the horizontal direction, but due to these two supports there will be a resistance. So let us call them as HA, a horizontal reaction at A, and HD, a horizontal reaction at D. So these two reactions, they will try to oppose the horizontal displacement. So here if I take the sum of all the horizontal forces which are acting on the frame, you can see HA, HD and we have 100 kilonewton. So, this is HA plus HD plus 100 kilonewton. This total sum should be equals to 0. Then only the entire frame will remains in the equilibrium condition. Now, question is how to determine the value of HA and HD. As we have discussed in the previous problem, to determine the value of HA and HD, we need to write the free body diagram of member AB and member CD. So, let me start with member AB. If I write the free body diagram of member AB, so at A we have a reacting force, that is HA. At B, let us say we have one more reacting force, HB. Apart from this, there will be two end moments. So, let us consider them as positive, that is MAB, and this one as MB. Now, here my intention is to determine the HA. It means I have to take the moment of all the forces about B point. So, if I take moment of all the forces about B point and equate it to 0, then these two are positive moments, that is MAB plus MBA. Apart from this, this HA creates an anticlockwise moment. So, minus of HA into its perpendicular distance, that is 10 meter into 10 equals to 0. So, here HA we will get as MAB plus MBA divided by 10. Similarly, we need to determine the value of HD by writing the free body diagram of the column CD. Similarly, if I write the free body diagram of CD member, so this is, let us say we have HD, this is HC. Let us assume the end moments MCD and MDC as positive. The height is 5 meter. So, my intention is to determine the HD. So, I need to take the moment about C. If I take moment about C and equate it to 0, then we have these two positive moments, MCD plus MDC, minus this HD creates an anticlockwise moment about C. So, it minus HD into perpendicular distance is 5 meter, which equals to 0. So, we will get HD as MCD plus MDC divided by 5. So, this is the value of HD. So, now we need to substitute these two values, that is HA and HD, into the shear condition, right. See here. So, shear condition is, it is HA plus HD plus 100 equals to 0. The value of HA is MAB plus MBA by 10, it is the value of HA, plus the HD is MCD plus MDC by 5, it is the value of HD, plus 100 equals to 0. So, this is the shear condition, but in this condition you can see there are 4 terms, MAB, MBA, MCD and MDC. So, we need to substitute the value of MAB and MBA from equation number 1 and 2, and the value of MCD and MDC we need to substitute from equation number 5 and 6. If you do that, you will yield with a value of, yield with an equation of 0.24 EI theta B, 0.24 EI theta B plus 0.24 EI theta C plus 0.24 EI theta C minus 144 EI delta equals to 0. So let us call this as equation number 9. Now we have 3 equations with the 3 unknowns. So you can see equation number 7 in which we have theta b, theta c and delta as the unknowns, and even in the equation number 8 theta b, theta c and delta, and also in the equation number 9 theta b, theta c and delta. So we have to solve these 3 equations simultaneously. We will get the values for EI theta b, theta c and EI delta. Okay. Solving equation 7, 8 and 9, we get EI theta b, EI theta c and we will get EI delta as 49.02, EI theta c as 73.53 and the delta as 69. So we will get the values of rotation and displacement as these. Okay. So once we get the rotation values and displacement values, so the next duty is we need to substitute these values into the slope deflection equations to determine the end moment. So that is whatever the equations we have written in the step number 2, in that we need to substitute these values. So that is step number 4, final end moments. So the slope deflection equation for MAB, it is 0.8 EI theta b, 0.8 EI theta b minus 0.24 EI delta. So if you substitute the values of EI theta b and EI delta here, it will be 0.8 into EI theta b is 49.02 minus 0.24 into EI delta is 898.69, which yields to MAB as minus 176.47 kilonewtons. So this is the end moment at A. Similarly, if I repeat the steps, that is substituting the values of EI theta b, theta c and delta in the subsequent equations, I will get the value of MBA as minus 137.26 kilonewton meter. MBC, it is plus 137.26 kilonewton, and MBA, MBC, MCB, we will get MCB as BABC, MCB as 156.86 kilonewton meter, MCD as minus 156.86 kilonewton meter, and the lastly MDC we will get it as minus 186.27 kilonewton meter. So we will get these as the end moments, right?